Hey, Dan here, and in this video we are going to discuss how you can fix the low results, the bad results of the advertising campaign for your accounting firm. So I have been spending about $50,000 on ads every month for accountants, and the campaigns that we are running with them, there's always a very easy process that we follow to fix them if they are underperforming. And I want to share this with you so that you can fix the campaigns and make more money and help more people. So first, I will quickly introduce myself. My name is Dan and I'm the owner of Accounting Kings, where we work with accountants to help them get more higher revenue business owner clients that buy tax and or accounting services. Been doing this for about 6 years now, and as I said earlier, I create these videos just because I genuinely want to help you out. Without further ado, let's dive into my computer where I will explain exactly what to do when certain parts of the marketing campaign are underperforming. Okay, so these are the main things that typically are the reasons that your campaign is underperforming. So of course, low conversion rate or high cost per conversion, that's the main thing that you want to fix, but there are a couple of things that can attribute to having a bad performing campaign. This is mainly focused on Google Ads. Over the last few years, I found Google Ads just very easy and simple to run for accountants if you know what you are doing. Lead quality in general is a bit higher because there's a more urgent need for your services, right? And if you are not really the type of person that wants to convince someone to work with you, maybe they don't think that, for example, tax planning doesn't work for them, then Google Ads is just a bit easier because they already know that there is a more urgent need for the service that you want to sell more of. So let's dive right in. So we have the low conversion rate / high cost per conversion. This is caused by a few things. It can be also be high cost per clicks, bad keywords and everything, but this is mainly caused by a landing page. So if your landing page is not really optimized and it's not really working properly and the conversion rate is very low, it will directly result in a high cost per conversion and just a general lower conversion rate of the campaign itself. Now, there is bad landing page alignment. What we mean with this is with Google Ads. Let's say that you are running a campaign that is marketing bookkeeping services, right? And then on the headline of the landing page, you say best accountant for tax planning. Well, you are advertising bookkeeping services. That's what we mean with bad alignment. If the landing page is not very aligned with the actual keyword that you are targeting in the ad, your conversion rate will decrease massively and your cost per conversion will increase a lot. So you need to make sure the landing page is really aligned with the thing that the searcher is actually looking for and clicking on. Same thing, if you have an ad that is promoting a free consultation and on the landing page you say get a free quote, those things don't really resonate with each other and people will actually not opt in or give a call through the landing page. So that's something that you always need to make sure that the actual landing page is really aligned with the ad. If we are running ads, for example, and our clients want to work with business owners with 1 to 250 employees, what we then typically do is in the description of the ad, we actually say for business owners with 1 to 250 employees. And we actually put this on the landing page too, so it's very aligned. If someone sees the ad and they resonate with the ad, then they also directly resonate with the landing page if there is full alignment between landing page and ad, which increases the chances of them actually converting. Now, of course, you also have bad landing page content. And what we mean by this is just those very cheap stock images. So, for example, if you are running a campaign and you just quickly want to have a nice landing page and you just type in accountant in Google, you just grab the first photo and you put this in the actual landing page of your campaign. People actually see that those images are stock images and it will actually decrease the trust that they will have in your campaign, because at the end of the day, not so much anymore, but definitely in the early days of Google Ads, the Facebook ads, or any digital advertising platform, there were also a lot of scammers. And of course, those type of scammers also use those stock photos and they don't use real photos. Well, if you have like an office, you have staff, maybe a logo, or if you work from home, having real photos of you, of course, professional, increases trust. And of course, if they trust you more, they are more likely to actually convert. Then you also have bad landing page structure. So for example, if you have a structured landing page where you have the above the fold, this is basically where they land on the first thing they see before scrolling. And on the actual above the fold, the first thing they see, you directly have the pricing. It's not really going to benefit you because first of all, don't put pricing on your landing pages. It's only going to scare people off because it's very hard to actually communicate the value that you are going to give for the price they are going to pay. And second of all, you just need to have the right structure, right? A couple things that you want to have on the landing page. If you are doing Google ads, with Facebook ads, it's a bit more straightforward. But especially with Google ads, you want to make sure that you have some information about the services you provide. Make it very easy for them to actually opt in. Make sure that every scroll they do, that they can actually leave their information or click on a button to actually go to the form. You want to give some more information about who you are, your experience, what type of people you worked with. Lately, with a lot of our clients actually, we have been implementing video where the accountant, you in this instance, you can record a video just with your iPhone or like a 5-year-old smartphone. What you just do, you just record a video where you'd say, this is who I am. I work with these type of people. I provide these type of services and we got these successes. So for example, we've helped a business owner increase profit margins by 15% within a month of working with us. And you can schedule a free consultation. Click on the button around this video now. It's so simple. And a lot of my clients, and maybe you also have this reaction now where you say, I'm not really good on camera, so I don't really want to record a video. That's exactly the reason why you need to do it, because then you are directly different from your competition and they will trust you more. So another powerful thing about a video is that if you have a video in there, you can directly say, we work with business owners doing $1 million per year and the business owners pay 100,000 in taxes per year minimum, something like that. And if you then have an individual that clicked on the ad, no business owner with that, they don't resonate with that message. So they're not going to actually opt in. Well, if you have a business owner who is established and is making money, they will resonate more with the landing page. So there's more alignment with their needs and there's a higher likelihood of them actually opting in. So those are a couple of things that you can implement if the conversion rate from like click to actual conversion is very low. Another thing that has to do with this, and I didn't put it in there because it's very situation depending. If you are in a very competitive market, it takes a bit longer to actually get good quality clicks because Google typically gives the highest quality clicks to the loyal advertisers that have been advertising with them for a little bit. So if you are just starting, you have a total fresh campaign, it can take a little longer, so your conversion rate will always be very low. But at the end of the day, if you have a conversion rate of about 10% of your landing page, then you are doing a good job. So that's essentially how to fix the low conversion rate. What you do, by the way, to fix this, you can also download Hotjar. It's a software. I'll actually type it in over here. Like this. It's this software over here. You can put a little code on your website and that records the people that are on the website so that you can actually see what they read, where they click on, and maybe if they read the reviews that you have, and they are at the bottom of the landing page, try to put them a little higher. Maybe people in your specific area with the needs that you advertise are really interested in the reviews. So that's how you can optimize it. Give it like 200-300 clicks and then you have enough data and you can make a new version. So that's everything for low conversions. And this is generally also a high cost per conversion. I've put in a high cost per conversion. It's also depending on like multiple factors, but a landing page is the first thing that I always advise to change if you don't really know why your cost per conversion is so high. Low lead quality. This is something, especially during tax season, that you will see. And why especially during tax season is because more individuals, or actually like all the individuals, have a really big tax need. And a business owner that's doing $100 million trillion per year can make a search CPA near me, but also someone that is in debt. So low lead quality is something that you need to fix, especially during tax season, because it's a little harder to actually find the right people because you will have more traffic from individuals. Now, one bad keyword is pretty straightforward, but if you have a keyword CPA near me, everybody can click on this. But if you have another keyword, small business CPA near me, of course, only people that own a business
are going to make those searches and then see the ad and click on ads. It's pretty easy to fix. You can also make industry specific campaigns, accounting services for construction businesses, for example. Then you also know, okay, well, perfect, I have a specific industry I work with, and of course those are all business owners, and then you can make sure that you get better quality leads. So keywords is a very big thing that you need to take a look at. Then also bad landing page content. This also refers back to the video. Let's say a very extreme example. If you have content on the landing page where you say we work with individuals, but you actually want to work with business owners, of course, that will not help to actually get better quality leads. So you need to make sure that on the landing page itself, and also in the ad, by the way, you talk about the type of clients that you want to attract. This is pretty straightforward. I hope that I kind of understand already how that works, because it's very simple. You just need to talk about the client that you want to attract. And then also bad offers. So typically we work with free consultations. The reason why this, I think, works better is because people are familiar with it. They know what it kind of entails. If you have like a very fancy name of like free business growth session, for example, maybe people don't really know what this is all about, and they don't really know if they need to pay money, like what's the structure of the conversation and stuff like that. Well, free consultation, everybody knows, well, I can probably just ask my questions and they will answer it and maybe offer me a service, right? Only downside to a free consultation is that you will also get some people that are just going to ask you a question about inheritance tax and they don't really need services. This is not something, of course, that you want. So then you can make the decision, hey, you know what, I'm actually only going to give away a free quote. This way you will actually get people that have a more urgent need and are also really interested in getting your services. You can also just pre-qualify them, like let people fill on the form before they schedule the consultation, and then you can also fix the lead quality. But your offer can also work with this. And typically I like the free consultation more because we have a very good way to actually pre-qualify all the leads. But if you don't have a way where you qualify the leads, then just changing the offer from a free consultation to a free quote can do wonders. So low clicks. Low clicks always suck because a lot of the times you really want to start advertising and get clicks and you have your budget ready, but then nothing is really happening. Now, a couple of things. You can have bad keywords, especially with Google Ads. If you have keywords, for example, business bookkeeping for multi-million-dollar real estate firm in Houston, Texas. It's a pretty extreme keyword, which probably is maybe searched one time every decade. So there is not a lot of search volume, so people will actually not see the ads and click on it. Another thing is if you have a keyword, for example, bookkeeping services, virtual bookkeeping services, and then your ad is saying local tax prep, then the keyword and the ad is not aligned and people will not click on it. So that will also be a reason for low clicks. Then you also have no keyword alignment with ads and search terms. This is essentially what I explained a second ago, is if there is no alignment with the ads and the keyword, basically what is someone typing in when they see the ads, they will not click on your ads. And those two things over here are a bit related with each other. Then also bad negative keywords. So let's say that you are only running one keyword in your whole campaign, which I do not recommend, but let's say for this example, you have the keyword business accountants in my area or in my state. And then you have a negative keyword, which is business accountant in my area or my state. Then Google is going to make sure that if someone does that search, your ad will not show up. But if you have a keyword, which is that only keyword, then that's kind of going to be a glitchy way where Google is preventing people to actually see the ads, but they're also trying to show the ads to people. So you will get less impressions because of this, and if you get less impressions, therefore you also directly get less clicks. So you also can take a look at the negative keywords. Now, then you also have bad bidding settings. This is a huge one, especially since accounting and bookkeeping and tax can be pretty seasonal. If you, for example, are running a campaign and you are running the campaign with a bidding strategy with a cost per click goal. So inside of Google Ads, if you have a very low cost per click goal, so you only want to pay 50 cents for click, probably not realistic, so Google will simply not give you any clicks. But it's the same thing for if you have a cost per conversion goal of, let's say, $10. Typically, that's too low in our industry to get good conversions unless your campaign is really dialed in. But typically, we can get it down to like 30 during tax season, a little lower with good quality leads. And the thing is, if you have a bidding setting or a bidding goal or that's too low, then Google is going to struggle a little bit with actually knowing, okay, well, if we can only spend $30 for a conversion, then we need to make damn sure that the clicks that we are actually going to get will be very likely to convert. And since if they are going to be very strict with the type of clicks they're allowing to get, they will actually wait very long before they are going to get a click. Okay, so they will be very picky with the type of people they show the ads to, because they need to make sure that they actually convert, because you only want to spend $30 to get a conversion. And this can prevent you from getting more clicks, which of course is not ideal. And then also bad location targeting. In here, actually, I'll also add, and I didn't do this, but what you can also do, take a look at, is bad location targeting with also bad schedule. If you, by accident, I think, only show your ads during 1 and 3 a.m., of course, nobody's going to click on your ads. And it will, kind of already make sense. But with bad location targeting, what we mean is that, let's say that you were a really local focused accounting firm, and your location targeting is 5 miles from your office, right? Like in your radius. The search volume will be very low in those 5 miles, because there are probably not that many people, unless you live in like New York City or somewhere. But let's say that you live in the middle of nowhere and you only have 5 miles as a target, then you will not get enough impressions and therefore not clicks, because there is not a lot of search volume. This is the same thing with Facebook, by the way. If your ads are getting low clicks, you just need to increase the radius that you show the ads to. So this is typically how you can fix the low clicks. Then, if you have a high CPC, this is a high cost per click. Before we dive into this, I really want to stress the following thing. A high cost per click doesn't really mean a lot of things. And the reason why it's not really important what your cost per click is, as long as your campaign is performing, is because we have had campaigns where we had cost per clicks of $4 with phrase and exact match keywords, okay? So this is like pretty low, and we were getting okay results. We still needed to make some changes to the ads, but we also run campaigns where our cost per click was $13, and we got amazing results because we were generating a couple of leads per month, but all of those leads were really high quality leads and a real interest in high revenue services. And this is actually even better, because I rather give an accountant fewer leads that convert more often than hundreds of leads, so that the accountant needs to have Zoom meetings every single hour with people that are just going to ask, hey, how do I actually need to file my taxes? So high cost per click is not a really big issue. If you are watching this video and you are stressing a little bit on the cost per clicks, if you are paying like $15, that's pretty high in general. If you are paying less than $4 with phrase and exact matches, that's pretty low. Like, it's a big range, I'm aware of that, but it's also very depending on the type of services and the location that you're in. One, and this is also tying back to location, competitive keywords. If you are in New York City and you target a keyword accountant near me, so many accounting firms in your area are going to bid on this keyword. And we include those type of keywords every now and then, but there's so much competition on it, where there are accounting firms, like for example 1-800-ACCOUNTANT, they have unlimited money and they can outbid you within like this. Money is not really a big issue for them. You need to be a bit more strategic with the type of keywords that you are going to pick. For example, nowadays with our clients, we do some more industry-specific campaigns where there's a bit less competition. But what you can also do is target accountant near me, a keyword, but just increase the radius. What we have done with other clients that are in bigger city, we do like a 80 to 100 mile radius, because most of the people, they work online anyway. And then you also target the clicks that not a lot of accounting firms are actually bidding on. So it's less competitive, cost per click will be lower. You do need to make sure to communicate to them that you work digital, and that is absolutely no problem that you have all the infrastructure to actually handle digital clients. But that can also be helpful. Just if you have high cost per click, take a look at your search terms and try to use less competitive keywords. And then another thing is low quality score. This is Google Ads only, and low quality score is essentially the rating that Google gives to your ads. And low quality score is an interesting thing, and we will dive into this later in this video. The low quality score essentially is where Google is going to tell you, you have a great landing page, you have a great ad, and the ad is very relevant. If those things are all amazing, Google is going to give you a discount on your clicks. If all those things are horrible, they don't really want to show your ads to their users, but of course, if you pay them more, they still will. If you have a very high cost per click and you know that the rest of your campaign is working, then taking a look at the landing page, like how can I make my landing page better? How can I have more relevant ads and better ads that get more clicks per 100 views? Then take a look at the quality score and you will have a lower cost per click. It takes a very long time though to actually increase your quality score, because Google needs data before they can actually see, oh, actually we gave this ad a 1 quality score, which is horrible, but we actually now see that the ad and the whole campaign is performing pretty well, so let's up this to a 5. They need to actually see the data and get like 100 to 1,000 clicks on one keyword. If you pay $10 for a click, it takes a little while before you get that data. So that's how you can fight the higher cost per clicks. And as I said earlier, don't focus too much on cost per clicks. It's the same thing when I was just starting out. I was avoiding the very high cost per click keywords, the exact match keywords, for example. But there's also just more intent. And we always, in general, the accounts that I talk to, they are quality over quantity. Rather want to have a few really great clients that you enjoy working with more, that pay more, than a lot of clients that you don't really enjoy working with and that also don't really pay your higher fees. And you need to take the same approach in your marketing efforts. Low click-through rate, this is an important one. Low CTR, low click-through rate, is bad ad copy. What click-through rate is the percentage of people that see the ads and actually click on it. So let's say that 100 people see the ads, 5 people actually click on it, then your click-through rate, CTR, is 5%. It's really straightforward. In Google Ads, in general, want to have a click-through rate of above 4%. With Facebook, it's a bit less. And with bad ad copy, we just mean that you have an ad copy that is actually talking about the benefits that your service maybe has, or talking about the pain points of the actual searcher that is actually seeing the ad. So if you have bad ad copy that is just not aligned with the people reading the ads, they of course are not going to click on it. So then you just need to get back to the drawing board. You need to create some different ads. And you also have bad keywords. If you have keywords that are, for example, just accountant. If you just have accountant as a keyword, people can type in accountant because they are looking for an accountant, but they can also type in accountant because they are looking for colleges to become an accountant, because they are looking for jobs for an accountant, because they are looking for AI accountants. Like, it's just one word, and you also get a lot of people with different intentions. So if you have bad keywords with low intention to the thing that actually you want to focus on and sell more of, then trying new keywords will be beneficial for you. And then also, not all ad assets. Now, ad assets with Google Ads is like one of the call extensions, site links, photos. You have structure snippets, service catalog. You want to make sure that your ad is as big as possible. And with Google Ads especially, you want to make sure that, let's say that someone is making a search, digital bookkeeping services for business owners, and your ad pops up. And in general, there are like 3 to 4 ads with Google. And let's say that all the other ads just have text. They don't have the ad assets that I talked about a second ago. But yours has, then your ad is actually going to pop out more because you have an image in there. You have site links where you can just, site link is essentially like a link to a page on your website. If you have all of those things, you have more real estate on the screen, so you will get more attention and therefore more clicks. So make sure that you add all ad assets. You can also Take a look at the competition and their ads, especially on Facebook. This is helpful. Use Facebook ad library. Take a look at what type of colors and ads and creatives, photos and images your competition is using, and do the opposite of that. And then you are likely to actually get more attention and also more clicks, and therefore a higher click-through rate. And this will actually also, I will touch base on this when I talk about the quality score. Now, low impressions, bad location, pretty straightforward. If you only have a 5-mile radius around your office, not a lot of people will actually see the ads because there are less people in there. Pretty straightforward. Bad negative keywords. This is also has to do, let's say that you have keywords, business accountant in my area, but you also have a negative keyword that says business accountant in my area. Those are going to fight with each other and you will get less impressions because of this. Pretty straightforward things, those two. Now, it's bad quality score again. That's a thing that I will talk about later on this video. Bad quality score essentially is where the platform, Google, doesn't really like the campaign, so they are going to show your campaign to less people. They will also charge you more for clicks, so your budget will be spent sooner, so you will get less clicks and therefore also less people that will actually take a look at your ads. So those are a few things that are pretty straightforward. Bad ad schedule, again, if you run your ads from 1 a.m. till 3 a.m., not a lot of people are awake, and even the people that are awake during that hour are probably not the ideal clients that you want to work with anyway. So that's pretty straightforward. You don't really want to run your ads in times where people are not like working on their business. And then also bad bidding. This is the bidding strategy that I talked about earlier, where if you only want to pay $1 for a click, very hard to actually get, so you will get less impressions because Google cannot really make a profit if you have like a bid strategy of $1 per click, because there are not that many people that are worth $1 for that click. Okay. Same thing with the cost per conversion goal. If you have a very low cost per conversion, Google is going to be very picky and will have a hard time with who will actually see your ads. So if you have low impressions, increase the bids that you have. Can be with keywords, can be with conversion goals. And then the final thing, low quality score. This is really important, and it takes a very long time to get right. This is the ad relevance, expected click-through rate, and landing page experience. Two very important things. Ad relevance is how relevant is your ad with the keyword. Something that we actually have seen lately, and this is something that we are still implementing right now. So I'm not going to give you advice to do this because I need to still finish the final test, but the first results are pretty promising, is where we have industry-specific campaigns. And let's say that someone is doing accountant in Texas. And it's pretty relevant if your ad shows accountant in Texas. But if you have a keyword that says real estate accountant in Texas, and that's also your ad, it's way more relevant to their business and to their need, which Google likes, because then the user of Google, the searcher, has a really good experience with Google and especially Google Ads, which means they're going to click on more ads in the future, and that directly means that Google will make more money. So if you have very relevant ads with your keywords, your ad relevance will increase and therefore your quality score will increase. And something that you have to remember, you typically also want to have your keyword in the ad somewhere. Sometimes if you make a search and you actually see an ad, then it makes your keyword bold in the ad, okay? In bold text. So you need to make sure that the keyword you are targeting is actually in your ad. In general, it really helps out a lot. Then expected click-through rate. These two are a little aligned with each other. If you have a very relevant ad, more people are actually going to click on it. Of course, if someone is doing a search, real estate accountant in Texas, and you have an ad that's talking about real estate accountant in Texas, however, your ad is saying, do not click on this ad because we will steal you of your hard-earned tax money, nobody's going to click on it. Although it's aligned with the search because it's about tax and accounting services for their industry, nobody's going to click on it, and therefore the expected CTR, click-through rate, will be very low, okay? So you still need to make sure that in the ad you are going to talk about the benefits, save money, don't get in trouble with the IRS, improve your profitability, something like this. Talking about the goals and the pain points and the services that you provide will in general give you a higher click-through rate. Combine this with very relevant ads to the searchers, you will have a higher quality score. And then over here, landing page experience. This is a big one. I have spent a lot of time and also money on creating better landing pages. In a landing page, it's pretty straightforward. You need to have a landing page that is not slow. You need to make sure it loads fast, because by the time that someone is looking on Google for digital accounting firm and they click on your ad, they leave Google, but the actual experience that the users having from Google will also be judged by the result that they give to the users. So if your landing page is very slow, they will not have a good experience. Another thing is just make sure that the landing page is really aligned with the search and the ad. I talked about it a bit earlier, but you can just have a headline just talking about the type of the keywords and the services they are looking for. Have good content in there and make sure that a lot of people are actually converting. Like if you have a conversion rate of 20%, which is really high with Google, then it means that people are really finding what they're looking for. Since Google actually sees when someone converts, they know, okay, well, this person has a great experience with the landing page, so the landing page experience is great. Again, you need a lot of data before you can actually increase your quality score. It takes a long time to actually go from like a 3 to a 10. But those are the things that you need to look for to actually increase the quality score. And this will also just directly actually get you better results. Because let's say that on Monday you see that your quality score is a 3. A lot of the times, if you start out with your campaign, you will get a quality score of 3. Let's say on Tuesday you have really relevant ads, a really good ad copy and a great landing page. Of course, you will get better results from the campaign, but your quality score will still be a 3 because there's no data yet. So you need to work on those things anyway. Those are the main things that are an issue for a lot of the people advertising. Hopefully this also gave you some more insight of how ads work. Click-through rate is important, I already know this, but you didn't really know how to actually increase click-through rate and what kind of like the foundations were to those type of metrics.
So I hope that this video again gave you some insights and that you learned a lot of things from it. Make sure to implement it, try it out yourself, and hopefully, I know actually you will make money from implementing this stuff, because I'm doing the same thing for all of my clients. So if you liked the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you don't want to miss any content, and if you have specific questions, leave them in the comments. If you are an accountant and you want to grow your business, want to get better clients, but you don't really have the time or the expertise to do this yourself, there's a link in the description. You can click on it to actually see what I do, where you can also schedule a free growth session where we just take a look at your marketing strategies, what you are doing right now, and how we can potentially help you. It's an obligation call just to see what you can do better. So again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.